Welcome to the Weekly Roar, coming live from the Lion's Den, helping new managers become great leaders and awesome bosses. And now, here's your host, Greg Storch.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me today. Welcome to the Weekly Roar. I'm Greg Storch, owner of Lion Enterprise, host of the Weekly Roar, and the founder of a worldwide bartered coaching program called The Helping Hand. I'm a certified professional leadership coach and a certified leadership speaker and trainer. Now, it's time for tip number 4 for new leaders, which is one of my favorite tips. It's all about learning from our mistakes and taking time to reflect on our experiences. So let's get started with tip number 4, called Let Experience Be Your Teacher. Now, we've all heard the saying, experience is the best teacher. But my mentor, John Maxwell, will tell you that experience isn't the best teacher. Evaluated experience is the best teacher. I was sitting at the Maxwell International Leadership Conference in Orlando, Florida, several years ago, and I heard John Maxwell say something that made me actually sit back and think about. This is what he said. Experience gives the test first and the lessons afterwards. We gain experience by going through a situation, either good or bad, right? And while that situation is currently happening for us, we're making choices and navigating our way as best we can under the circumstances. Once the situation ends, we usually breathe a sigh of relief, and then we keep pressing forward. But we hardly ever take time to reflect on that experience that we just had. But that's really the time when we should be asking ourselves the question, what did I learn from that experience? You see, our goal shouldn't be to just make it through the test. It's to learn the lessons from the test. And that's why John's quote is right on the money. Almost always, the lessons are received on the backside. After any experience, whether it's negative or positive, we have to stop and ask that golden question. What did I learn from that experience? When it comes to developing as a leader, this tip is critical if we want to become the best leader that we can be. Leadership is certainly a skill that can be developed. Yes, some people are born with certain gifts that make them natural leaders, but for those who aren't born with those gifts, it is totally possible to develop yourself as a leader. Our personal development as leaders is heavily influenced by experience. Experience matters because our most valuable experiences push us right out of our comfort zone, stretch our skills, and they challenge our abilities. Now, while most of us don't want to operate in a constant state of discomfort, the truth of the matter is that the most beneficial leadership development usually comes from the discomfort zone. Now, are you ready for a matrix moment? What if I told you that experience is the past, present, and future all at once? Hear me out for a second before you agree or disagree with that premise. I believe that our experiences aren't just a one-time event. We can relive our past experiences, reflect on them, and discover new insights. Our past experiences can help us navigate our present experiences. And our current experiences can push us to revisit our past experiences to gain new lessons because of the new perspective that we've gained. So if that's the case with past and present experiences, then I would tell you that our future experiences don't have to necessarily just happen to us. We could shape them, consciously seeking out opportunities to grow as leaders. Not too long ago, I did a talk in the Weekly Roar called Leaders Are Learners. I guess it goes without saying that it needs to be a prerequisite if we want to go back and learn lessons from our experiences. New leaders who foster a learning mindset gain an attitude that predisposes them to be open to new experiences, to believe that they can and will learn, and to intentionally grow and develop from their experiences. The reality today is that our leaders are working in environments that are characterized by uncertainty and a new complexity that they haven't experienced before. This worldwide pandemic has leaders struggling with major challenges that they've just never had to deal with before. Nowadays, new leaders have to be able to quickly size up people and situations, make tough decisions, and take appropriate action without completely having all the information that they need. The thing is, a lot of these situations are new first-time experiences. The key to success for any leader in times like these is to actively and intentionally learn from the day-to-day experience. They have to apply what they're learning to new challenging situations and continue learning as they keep moving forward. Unfortunately, the ability to learn from experience is something that some leaders either just ignore or just don't understand how important it really is. But I'm here to tell you, the leaders who consistently practice the art of reflection to learn from experience are significantly better equipped to deal with the complex challenges they face. To effectively grow, learn, and develop through our experiences, we have to be sure that we foster a learning mindset. A learning mindset is just an attitude that predisposes us to be open to new experiences, to believe that we can and we will learn, and to intentionally grow and develop from our experiences. Now, it probably sounds simple enough, right? All I have to do is want to learn from my experiences. Well, it's a little more than that. Those who have a learning mindset foster some basic assumptions and beliefs that govern how they think about and approach experiences and opportunities. They govern the way we view opportunities to start with and whether we generally see them as opportunities to learn and develop from. Leaders who have a learning mindset see opportunities to learn in all aspects of their work life, and they tend to learn more than those who are not so open to learning. Now, a lot of us here watching this probably already believe that we have a learning mindset. I mean, why else would you be attending the Weekly Roar, right? But we have to be careful of what we think we're doing if our actions don't match. It's easy for people to react on autopilot, rushing through the day, very little conscious effort to actually learn from their experiences. So what I want to do today is just share a few quick tips on how you can counteract the tendency to react on autopilot and begin to actively learn from your experiences. Give these steps a try and see if it doesn't help in getting better at taking away that lesson after the test. Now, first of all, we have to turn the learning switch on. And we can do that by simply choosing to be mindfully aware of ourselves as looking for opportunities to learn and grow and develop from our experiences. Remind yourself during the day that what you experience is an opportunity to learn a lesson. Also pay attention to how you're responding right now to challenges and surprises. Once we gain that awareness, then we have the ability to become intentional about learning. So make it one of your goals to learn from every experience. At the end of the day, just take 5 minutes to reflect and identify what you've learned. Make a note of all those things you're learning and then rinse and repeat daily. Now, the last tip here is to keep an open mind about expanding your learning mindset. Just experiment and try different things, but resist the urge to criticize or judge or even push back on ideas that are new and different than the way you normally would be doing things. That's how we get out of our comfort zone, right? And get a little more uncomfortable. But when we are uncomfortable, that is where learning happens. And that is also where growth happens. Now, those 3 simple actions can help you to change the way you learn and lead your life. And you know what they say, we have to lead ourselves before we can lead others. Now, as you face the challenges of leading in today's complex world of rapid change and rising uncertainty, remember that the most effective leaders have the ability to transform their experiences into growth and development. And the greater the challenge, the more significant the opportunity to develop as a leader. If you continue to foster a learning mindset and consistently take action to develop it, you'll learn a lot more, a lot faster. So don't forget to go back and reflect on your experiences to learn the lesson. Experience gives us the test first, but reflection will give us the lesson that we need to be successful in our lives and in our leadership. All right. With that said, my friends, that's going to do it this week for the Weekly Roar. Now, don't forget to join me next week for tip number 5 as we count down to episode 200 in late April. Now, until we meet again, remember, be powerful, but stay poised just like a lion. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching the Weekly Roar live event at lionenterprise.com. If you enjoyed this video, please tell others to join us each week here in the Lion's Den. Thanks again, and see you next week.